morning again, my wonderful people. I've been trying to upload a video since last Friday. I finally managed to record the video about Alan, and it won't upload. It's clearly not meant to be at the moment, so I've kind of given up on that and deleted the video and decided that I'm going to do something different this morning and get something up for you. It's currently 6:15 in the morning. So I'm awake. Again, haven't been to bed yet. I tried. I went in, I laid down for 2 or 3 hours. Nothing. So today I want to talk about Mark and Mark. Alan had many friends, but one of his oldest friends is called Mark. Mark with a K. And Mark with a K is the Mark that lived in France for more than 30 years. He and Alan knew each other. Mark is 10 years older than me, and he knew he knew Alan from the time he was 18, because he was taken on as a trainee manager at Couscous Shoes, which is where Alan was working at the time. So Mark knew Alan a long time, and one of the things that we always planned to do was the idea of retiring to France, was because we already had friends there, i.e. Mark. And because Mark is something of a builder, he built his own house in France, and it was incredibly beautiful and very cheap. When you think of the house he managed to build, it was incredibly cheap. It was a long, hard job for him, but it was a really great thing. And the little things you can see buzzing about are mosquitoes, who are currently eating me. Such is life. It's my fault for being up at this time of day. Dusk and dawn, they're always about those times of day. So yes, Mark. So we spent many holidays with Mark and his then partner. And when Mark and his partner separated, I suggested to Mark that he come stay with me for a while. One, because it would be nice for me to have the company. I'd only seen Mark once after Alan died. I saw him the March after Alan died. I went to France for 2 weeks. And it was weird. It was weird to be there without Alan, because I'd done so many holidays in the house with Mark and Christelle and their kids over the years, that it was really weird to be there, just me. But we had our usual good time. There were some tears, obviously. It wasn't that long after Alan had died. And so last November, Mark packed up his little car and he drove here to stay. We didn't know for how long, but it was, you know, an open-ended thing. And unfortunately, he would still be here had he not had a problem with one of his thumbs. He had an infection on the bone, and because of insurance things, it was easier and because of the language, of course, because Mark speaks beautiful French, but he doesn't speak any Greek. And my Greek is not good enough to provide enough translation, certainly not medical jargon anyway. So it was much more practical for him to go back to France to get his thumb fixed, which he did. And he was all ready to pack his little car back up and come back when his mum was taken ill. So I am still currently alone, obviously, apart from the mutts. I think Alfie's gone back to bed. It's too early even for them. Certainly for Carter. Carter is a little sleepy boy like me. Well, I'm not a sleepy boy, but you know what I mean. So that's one Mark. And the Mark I'm hoping I'll see again real soon, because I enjoyed having him here. It was nice to have someone to cook for. I enjoy cooking very much, and it's no fun cooking just for one. So I really enjoyed it when Mark was here, because he's quite fond of a lot of food, the same as me, sort of like Northern African food, Indian food, Chinese food, lots of Asian food. Lots of spicy food. We both enjoy spicy food, and I don't get to cook it very often. I never really got to cook it very often because Alan wasn't really into really hot spicy food. I quite like rather hot spicy food, but Alan liked plainer fare. And it was really nice to have somebody to cook for who appreciated my spicy cooking, and he bought lots and lots of spices over, which was cool. I hadn't cooked couscous for years, and Mark brought the spices over with him when he came, and so I was right into couscous. It was lovely. And now I'm back to eating like a student. I'm living on peanut butter on toast and the occasional bowl of cereal. But I do have somebody coming over. In fact, two somebodies. The other Mark with a C, which is the French way of spelling it, although he is English and he lives in England. And he's coming over on the 12th of July with his father, Dennis. They came over last year. It was, I was doing long hours last year. Lots of long hours last year, so hopefully this year I'll have a bit more time to spend with them, which will be nice. And Mark is bringing me tea. They do sell English breakfast tea here, but it's quite expensive. So, because Mark doesn't really wear a huge amount of clothing, well, he doesn't need a lot of, long trousers and jumpers. He's not anywhere cold, he's somewhere hot, so he just brings a light amount of clothing. So he always has plenty of room to pack me tea bags. So yeah, more tea bags. Alan and I spent many years holidaying with Mark from England, and Mark has spent many holidays here since we moved here. We always had good times together, the three of us. Initially, the first time we were going to go on holiday together, it was meant to be four of us, but Mark and his then partner broke up before the holiday, and we just decided we were still going to go. We hated the place because we went to Fuengirola in Spain, and I hated it. We all hated it. It was awful. The only culture was growing under the toilet seat, as far as I could tell. That was the holiday I read 24 books in 2 weeks. I read all the books I took. I read all the books Alan took. I read all the books Mark took. I was stealing books from people. Usually in an apartment complex there's a library of books that people leave behind. I'd clean that out. 24 books in a fortnight. All I did was read. It was great. I'm a bit coffee this morning, which is not attractive, but if you can live on a diet of tea and cigarettes, don't be surprised when it takes its toll. So yes, I believe it's 12 days Mark and Dennis are staying, so that will be nice. Oh, Carter's up. So, is the fighting going to start? That's the question. Probably. I am sure that I am looking spectacularly repulsive this morning. I'm not really trying to pay too much attention to what I look like. I just wanted to get a video up for you guys. I have a new subscriber. Welcome to my new subscriber. Hope you push the bell button because then you'll get your notifications. Talking of which, please subscribe to my channel. Please press the bell button so you get notifications when I upload my nonsense. And please leave me any of your comments that you want to. Pardon me. I've had lots and lots of views on my Diane Spencer vid. So hopefully she's picked up a few new fans from that. So, to draw to an end to this rather shambolic, thrown together one, because this was not what I had planned for you guys, but it seems the fates conspired and you are still not going to get to see my video about Alan just yet. We will work on it. In the meantime, Philakia.